Okay. Okay, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see back down yesterday. Is this a longer term down? Maybe. Nothing is better. And hold on a second, just make sure everybody can hear. Okay, you guys can hear, right? Just double checking. Okay, good. So here's the thing. So Bullard, everybody hates Bullard, but what he said is very, very telling, and it's very real. Okay, guys. Here's the thing. So he said, asset prices, so the prices of stocks, are not factoring in what the Fed may have to do. Okay? What they may have to do. And what does that mean? Well, what he's saying is, look, if you go to Brazil or you go to Argentina or all these other countries, and they've been raising rates 6 months before we started raising rates, and the rates keep going higher. It has not curbed inflation. It's not curbed inflation. So what he's basically telling you is the Fed may have to continue to raise rates, and maybe it doesn't curb inflation. So maybe they have to do 50, then they have to do 50 again, they have to do 50 again, they have to do 50 again. Maybe it takes another year to get inflation better. This happened way back in the 70s, right? So it may happen again. So he's just telling you if that happens, then this is not factored in. So asset prices aren't factoring it in worst case of what they may have to do. And there's going to be no pivot, okay? There's no such thing as a pivot. These guys came out and they made up bullshit. There's no such thing as a pivot, okay? Before you can have a pivot, the only time you get a pivot is if you get a war or something bad happens, an earthquake that destroys the U.S. or something, okay? Outside of that, there's no such thing as a pivot. Because, okay, so what really is a pivot? Okay? A pivot is if you go from raising to you go to cutting. Well, you can't go to cutting before you stop, right? Stop raising. They haven't stopped raising. Everybody can... Tom's funny. Okay, so do you understand? They have to stop. So when are they going to stop? I don't know. They're not going to stop. I mean, they may pause for a month or two, but then if inflation doesn't come down, let's say they pause. Okay? And here's something for you guys that want to learn and get better. Okay? You have to analyze news from every conceivable angle. So you can say, okay, well, they're going to stop. Okay. Then what happens if they're going to stop? Okay, what if they just stop for 1 month? What happens? What happens if they stop for 2 months? Right? This is how you become really great at this. Okay? So basically, you have to, if he's going to stop, and then you're going to get another CPI, and let's say it goes to 7% next, or 6% next. And then after that, it goes to 5.8, and then 5.4, and then 5.2, and then 5. And we go through all next year, and it's still at 4%. Do you think they're going to just lower rates? No, they're not going to do that. Do you think they're going to raise rates? If it's coming down every month, maybe not. But if it's not coming down and it stays stable or goes up at all, they will put another rate hike out there. Okay? So that's what you have to understand. So when that happens, the market will react negative. Now what the guy is, who's it? Mike Wilson, I believe. Mike Wilson is telling us from Morgan Stanley, he's the guy that's been right the whole time. He's telling you we can have a rally into year end, which what we've seen. But then he said, the earnings are not going any higher. What does that mean? That means none of these companies are going to make any more money. They're not going to make any more money. So why would their stock be worth any more? Right? I mean, maybe you believe that, maybe you don't. But in general, if all these companies, like Lam Research, told you we're not going to make any profit, any more money, no growth in 2023, and they took the stock up, you're not going to make any money, any more money. Interesting, right? Interesting. So just know that. So that's why they're saying over the course of time, we go down to 3,300, 2,800. I don't know what's real. Maybe they make more money. Maybe they don't. Shopify gave you a bogus number yesterday. Shopify gave you a bogus number. Okay? They told you, oh my God, we had 17% growth. But you don't have growth if you, let's say somebody's selling eggs, just making up eggs, because eggs is a simple example. Now, I don't know if it is for you, but it is for me. If you go walk in where you go grocery shopping, Tom Thumb or wherever, Target, eggs used to cost $1 last year. If you wanted large ones, really good ones, $1.50. They're $6. They're $6. So if you use Shopify's platform and you buy eggs, I'm just making stuff up, and you buy eggs, you paid $6. And they're going to say, oh my God, well, we had growth. We had 300% growth, 400% growth. No, you didn't. You bought the same product. It's inflation that took it up. Now, is that growth? You can call it what you want to call it. Okay? And see, that's why all these stocks came down so hard, because all this stuff is bullshit. Car companies telling you they have growth. They didn't have growth. They sold the car at full price. That's not growth. You sold the same amount of cars. Netflix, did they get more subscribers? They went to India and they got 5 subscribers for the same amount of money that pays for 1 subscriber in the U.S. 5 to 1. So is their business better? No, it's not better. Right? So that's what's happening right now. So that's why Mike Wilson says lower. Now, do we go higher? I don't know. Do we go higher into the end of the year? I don't know. I can't see Powell coming out and saying, we're not going to raise, we're not going to do this. But here's the thing that came out yesterday. There is a question and answer session with Powell tomorrow. There's a question and answer session. And there's only one question. There is one question that takes it to 3,800 instantaneously. 3,800. Okay? If they ask him on Bullards, can we get to 7% as a top rate? And here's how I would answer it. I would expect him to answer it with the way his tone is right now. I would say 7%, 8%, 9%, there is no end number. The end number is when CPI comes down. And that takes the market to 3,800. That's how he should answer it. Now, how he will, I don't know. I would probably say it's possible. Okay? So interesting. Okay? And then the action plays, and see how the action plays out. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Very straightforward. Right back into the market you had, so slow down again. Right? We had our milli week, had great. So now you did great. So now you just kind of chill. Buy less and chill. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so that's what's going on. Let's get started. Good morning, everybody. 11:29. Okay. SPX up 10, puts it at 39.73, probably 39.91, 4,000, 4,009. Two scenarios. One, into Powell. Powell is not in the morning. It's at 12:30 Central Time tomorrow. Okay. So do they take it up or do they take it down into Powell? Don't know. Okay. Chips up just slightly, 531 on Avago, 509 down. NVIDIA up a little bit, 163, 166 up, downside 151. Goldman Sachs up a little bit, 386, 391, under 379. Apple, watch this one. If this breaks 138, this 138 is so hard to break, then everything gets bad, okay? See if 138 breaks. Very straightforward, okay? Interesting. Lam Research, 451, 472, 432 down. Microsoft, our hedge, if it breaks 239 on Powell, this can go a long way. Remember, your hedge has to be something that can drop a lot. Okay, this is the one that's moved up from 213. It's held. Snowman, earnings tomorrow. This is very interesting because if you say it's at 140, it's at 142. But if you say it's right at 140, 20 points up, 310. 20 points down, $2. The calls are $1 higher than the puts. That's rare. Interesting. Okay? If snow is good, all the clouds will go way up. If snow is bad, now everything will go way down. Netflix, 291 up, 269 down. PanW, 176 up, 165 down. CrowdStrike earnings today or tomorrow, I have to double check. 146, 151 up, 139, 131 down. Zscaler, 131. NOW, 411, 416, 422, same numbers, 426, 432 Beast. MDB, still don't think there's an earnings date. 172 up, 99 down. Tesla up a little bit. This 188, very hard. It got there, couldn't break, dropped 6. That's how we get out. In and out. Okay? This is all about the semi and the new Model 3. Let's see. It is definitely stronger than it was before. But he's getting into some problems. If he's pissing off people, he's going to end up spending more money with Twitter, and who knows. Okay? Deere, very strong, 444, 448 accelerator. Amazon, 96.99, under 90 would be bad. Google can't move at all. They've destroyed the stock. And Moderna, this is on the screen because Weiss said there's cancer news coming by the end of the month, so that would be today or tomorrow if it's coming. Then we see. And that's what we got. Okay, everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.